What's up guys, welcome back to Spare Change. Here on the channel, we do a lot of home theater equipment reviews and of course 4K Blu-ray reviews for the home theater and movie enthusiasts. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Okay, so now that Deadpool 2 is out, I thought I'd go back and revisit the first movie on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not going to get into any plot details, I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the video and audio quality. Now for some tech specs. The movie was shot in 3.4, 5, 6K, and 35mm. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated R. Runtime is 108 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1. So yes, there are black bars when watching on a television. Now if you're a fan of 4K Blu-rays, you most likely already have this disc in your collection. But for those who don't, the video quality on this is pretty amazing. The 1080p version was decent looking, but the added 4K resolution takes it up several notches. The extra detail in Deadpool's costume alone makes this disc worth owning. The textured fabric pattern on his outfit was so crisp, you can make out dirt within the fibers. This will be dependent on screen size, of course. Fine details like close-ups were excellent looking, with pores and individual strands of hair rendered almost perfectly. Depth of field is greater, with cleaner separation of foreground, middle, and background layers. But some of the CGI backdrops do appear noticeably flatter. HDR usage here isn't the blindingly bright kind, but it does expand the overall color palette, most noticeable in the low-level shadow detail. The arcade scene in Chapter 8 or any of the bar scenes benefited with deeper black levels, which contrasted nicely with the use of bold neon lighting in the background from game machines or signage. Spectral highlights throughout the movie had nice bright sparkle, with Chapter 3 displaying great pop from chrome reflections on the cars and gunfire from the bad guys. The overall look of the movie is bright, but the tone isn't exactly bold and colorful. It's mostly darker, flatter hues with some splashes of color thrown in here and there. And for those concerned about film grain, this presentation is grain-free. Audio is done in Dolby Atmos, and I found it to be pretty active in the overheads. Chapter 3's highway scene is filled with bullets whizzing speaker to speaker, glasses heard spraying from above and falling to the lower channels, and bass levels hit very hard. There was some great object placement coming from the height speakers, like the rainfall in Chapter 22, and sound movement always followed accurately what was happening on screen. Soundstage is wide, and the musical soundtrack was very dynamic and detailed. Bass response could go extremely low and shake your room, so be sure your subwoofers are up to the task. Dialogue had some good weight in the center channel, which never got drowned out during any of the heavy action scenes. So for audio, I'm gonna go with a 9. Great sound steering and height effects make this an effective Atmos mix. For video, I'm gonna go with a 9 as well. Some of the CG is noticeably flat, but if your display is up to snuff, this is an extremely clean, crisp, and sharp movie, and it's pretty funny. Now if you don't own the movie, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to pick it up. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and let us know if you prefer Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2. Be sure to check out our social media links, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.